What's going on, everybody? This is Darren Wong representing the Kinjas, and in this video we're going to learn a footwork movement called the hook. Alright, so before we learn the hook, make sure you understand all the concepts I went over in the Footwork 101 video before doing this one. Alright, so the hook is performed from this neutral position, and it's used in a lot of footwork techniques such as the 6-step and the sweep. So it's super important that we get this down, that way we can learn those other techniques and it'll be a lot easier. Alright, so the hook is very similar to a monkey swing. The only difference is that we're not trying to switch directions or switch sides, we're actually trying to stay on that side and go the same direction. Alright, so let's get started. Let's start with our right leg out and our left arm down. So what's going to happen here, very similar to the monkey swing. All I want you to do first is bring this foot to the front and bring your right hand over. This is going to allow your foot to travel to the front, and it's also going to relieve your weight from your left to your right arm. So from here, I'm switching here to the front. Okay, from here, we're going to continue the motion. So the monkey swing, what we used to do is we used to do a weight change here. But since we're over here now we're going to continue the motion of our leg, and we're going to bring it over to our left. So the hook is because we're actually physically hooking the back of our leg, the back of your knee, around your ankle. Okay, so what's happening here is I'm bending my leg and I'm hooking it around my ankle. And I'm really trying to squeeze it to make it tight, and I'm focusing on trying to keep my knees towards the front. Okay, so one more time. Let's try this again. The right leg is out. Our left arm is down. From here, I'm doing like a monkey swing. I'm swinging my leg to the front, and I'm switching my arms here. So from here, your weight should be on your left leg and your right arm. Now from here, your right leg is still free because it doesn't have any weight to go ahead and continue the motion and hook. So from here, I'm still having pressure on this left leg, and I still have pressure on my right arm. Alright, so let's try to do that a little bit more smoothly. This time, instead of stopping in the front, I want you to go ahead and keep the motion going until the hook. So let's start with our right leg out and our left arm over. So right as I switch to my right arm, I want to continue the motion to hook over my left ankle. So let's try this. So I switch arms and hook. So if you notice, I'm allowing my leg to freely go around versus stopping and then hooking around. So one continuous motion. So one more time. I'm over here. My right leg is out. My left arm is down. As I switch to my right arm, I allow my leg to swing all the way to the hook. So I switch over and I hook. Alright, so let's try that with our left leg. So our left leg's going to be straight and our right arm's going to go down. So similar to the monkey swing, again, I'm switching my foot to the front as I'm switching my arm to the left. So I'm pushing off here and I switch to the front. Now from here, the pressure should be on your right foot and your left arm, and your left leg is still free to move. So from here, now I want to swing my left leg around my right ankle, again, catching it with the back of my knee and really squeezing my right ankle here. And I just put it over. Okay, so let's try that one more time. So our left leg is out, our right arm is down. As we go to the front, we switch our arms here. Then from here, we go ahead and continue to the hook. So again, the pressure is still on my left arm and my right foot. My left leg is not really doing much, and it's still free to do whatever it wants. So let's try that again. Let's try to go one continuous motion. Okay, so again, no stopping in the front, but really swing it all the way to the hook as you switch your arms. So we're over here. We're going to swing it and switch our arms at the same time. Swing, hook. So again, one more time. Left leg out, right arm down. Switch your arms, swing, hook. Alright, so there's two common mistakes I usually see for my students. One is right as they're hooking, they start to go flat-footed on the leg that they're sitting on. And the other one is they start to crunch in as they get to the hook. Alright, so the first mistake is going flat-footed as the hook happens. So I'm going to turn this side so you can see this. So like normal, we'll start with our leg out. Okay, so as we're swinging to our right arm, you'll see people start to go down flat-footed on their left leg. Okay, so from here, they're going to swing, but then they start doing this. So if you do this, you watch your body go a little bit lower and you feel a little bit heavier. Okay, so one more time just to show you this. If I'm going here, you don't want to do this. Okay, so what's happening is people go down here. Okay, so remember, we want to stay up on our toe the whole time, and that way you're a little bit higher and you're a little bit lighter. Okay, so the second mistake I see is people crouching in as they start to hook. So instead of staying tall and upright, they start to crouch in. So to show you this, I'm going out. Okay, so what's happening is when they switch to their right arm, they start to crunch their body in like this. So once you do this, one, you're gonna go flat-footed probably because it's very uncomfortable to be on your toe here. And two, it's a very awkward position, especially if you wanna continue out of this movement. So one more time just to show you what people do. Don't crunch in like this forward. You wanna keep your body upright the whole time and really lean actually back on this right arm. So my body's a little bit upright. All right, so now let's try hooking with our right leg, returning to neutral, and then hooking with our left leg and return to neutral. So what's gonna happen is after you hook, you wanna keep the pressure on that toe that you're sitting on in order to bring it back to the neutral position, okay? So if our right leg is out, we're gonna perform a hook with our right here. So if you remember, our weight should still be on this left foot and our weight is on this right arm. So to get back to normal, all we wanna do is reverse it. So if we go slowly, my right leg is gonna go out, and then once it gets to about the front, that's when I wanna push over with my left, and then I wanna bring it all the way back under. So almost drawing a arc the other way. So the hook kind of looks like a half circle, and you want a half circle back. So let's try that one more time. So our right leg is out. We're swinging to our right arm, and we're hooking over with our right. Now from here, we wanna reverse that. So as our leg comes to the front, we wanna start pushing over to this left hand here. All right, so let's try that with your left foot. So again, our left leg is out and our right arm is down. So to perform the hook, all we do is a half circle this way and switch our arms to our left. Now, again, to get back, once our leg gets to the front, that's when we want to start pushing over to our right arm so we have somewhere to go with our left leg. So from here, all my weight is still on my right foot and my left arm. As my leg goes to the front, I swing to my right and I tuck it underneath again. So one more time, we're here in this hook. I'm swinging over to my right arm and my left leg is swinging back into that neutral position here. All right, so now we're gonna take it one step further. So what's gonna happen here is instead of starting with our leg out and our arm on the ground, we're actually gonna depend on our leg strength to stick our leg out to begin with and then lean over to the opposite arm. So what's gonna happen here is instead of starting here, I'm gonna start here. So almost like the neutral stance with one leg out and one leg in. So from here, as my leg goes forward, that's when I need to lean over to my right. If I don't lean over to my right, my leg will go nowhere, okay? So as I start to move this leg to the front, I wanna start moving my body to this right arm. See, so you see how the pathway was allowed to go because I'm still relying on my right arm over here. So again, we're leaning to our left leg, so our left leg takes the brunt of the work. Our right leg goes out. From here, your right leg wants to swing to the front and you wanna go to your right arm to have a pathway free in the front here. All right, so let's try that one more time. This time, instead of stopping here and then swinging, I want you to just go in one complete motion like we did with the hook and really let your leg just flow through it. So a key thing to focus on is right as your leg is starting to move towards the front, that's when you need to lean over to this right arm, okay? So left leg, then right arm. So here we go. We're gonna go out, right arm. So one more time, I'm going out, right arm. All right, so now let's try this with our left leg out. So what's happening now is our right leg is gonna take a lot of the weight to begin with. So as our left leg goes out, our right leg takes most of the weight. So as our left leg goes to the front, again, as it travels to the front, we need to rely on our left arm to take over so our leg has somewhere to go. So we swing our leg to the front and we swing over to our left arm. So from here, right leg, left arm, okay? So one more time. We're going swing out, then we swing it over to the hook. Okay, now let's try, instead of stopping, let's swing it all the way to the hook. So right leg, left arm. So let's try that. So we're going swing, left arm. Again, we're going right leg, left arm. All right, so let's try to go right hook, neutral, left hook, neutral. So to do this one, all we're gonna do is we're gonna keep that arm that goes down after the hook. We're gonna keep it on the ground for now. That way our leg can sneak back into this neutral position. So if we start with our right, we're putting all the weight on our left again. This is hook. Here. From here, I want you to keep weight on this right arm for now, and all I want you to do is swing this leg back and tuck it back underneath. So our right leg's gonna go out and then back to neutral. So one more time. Starting from here, we're going hook with your right, keep weight on this right arm, that way your leg can come back, out, and then back to neutral. Let's try that with your left. So weight on your right leg goes out to hook. Here. From here, again, keep the weight on this left arm and your right leg, and let your left leg just travel back in that arc, and then back to neutral. So let's try that again. This is going hook with your left, keep weight on this left arm and right leg, and then back to neutral. All right, so now we're gonna try to put it together in one fluid moment. So with our right leg going out, we're gonna hook, then we're gonna push back to neutral. Okay, so from here, the transition, all I want you to do is you wanna go back to neutral for a split second, and then as you come back to neutral, you're gonna swing out your left leg and come to a hook with your left. So again, I'm returning here, and I'm pushing back to neutral, and then I'm swinging over with my right. So this is going neutral, push, left, neutral, push, right, neutral, push, left. All right, so a key tip I give my students to help them flow into the next side is whatever leg comes back to neutral, that's what you want to focus on putting your weight back onto when you push back to neutral. Okay, so what's happening here is if I hook with my right, here. Okay, if I bring out my right back to neutral, I want to focus on putting my weight and centering over that right leg so I can switch over to my left leg being out. Okay, so as I come back to neutral, here I'm focused on transferring my weight from my left to my right leg. The reason I do that is because I need somewhere to go with my left leg, which means all my right leg needs to take all the weight. So as I come back to neutral, now I'm putting all the weight over here. That way I can swing over to my left. So example with my left, now I bring it back to neutral. Now I want to focus on all my weight going here so my right leg can shoot out and go to another hook. So I'll go here, focus on this right leg, then I go left, focus on this left leg, back. So right, back, left, back. All right, so let's try that again. This time I'm going to turn it to the side so we can see that from a different angle. So let's start with our right leg hooking. So again, we're hooking with our right here. Now, when we bring our right leg back, we want to focus on putting our weight on that right leg. That way we can push over with our left. Now again, when the left leg comes back, focus on putting your weight on it, and then swing with your right. So this is neutral, swing, neutral, swing, neutral, swing. All right, so a key thing I always remind my students about is you should never feel like you're using too much strength to get from side to side. It's more about momentum, okay? So as you're swinging from side to side, your upper half is creating momentum to get to the other side, and also your leg swinging out is creating momentum to get to that side as well, okay? So if you notice here, then we'll go from here. Okay, if I come back to this neutral position, I'm not muscling it, so I'm not like physically trying to force myself up with this right arm. What's happening is, as I put weight on this right leg, my body will swing over naturally if I use my arms to go over that way, okay? And at the same time, this leg coming across here is gonna force my body to lean this way. It's kind of like opposition, okay? So if I focus on my arms swinging, and at the same time my left leg swinging to my right, then you won't have to use as much strength. So let's try that. So weight on your right leg and swing here. Okay, so same thing over here. If I go neutral here, I'm focusing on my arms swinging over here, and then my right leg coming around to my left. Okay, so again, focus on this left leg. I'm swinging out. All right, so let me show you that from a different angle. That way you can really see the swing of my upper body. Okay, so from here, I'm hooking with my right here. As my right leg comes back, I'm focusing on putting my weight on my right leg, and I'm using my upper half to swing to the other side. So one more time, my upper half is going this way, and at the same time, my left leg is swinging this way, creating that opposition. Okay, so from here, I'm swinging here. Now from here, neutral. Again, I'm putting weight on this left leg. I'm focusing on this upper body swinging over, and my right leg coming across. So I go swing over. All right, so once you feel more fluid with your movement, let's try to do 2 8 counts utilizing the hook. So what's gonna happen is we're gonna hook on every whole count. We're gonna come back to neutral on every whole count as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on and so forth. So let's start with our right leg. This will go 1, come back, 2, switch, 3, come back, 4, switch, 5, come back, 6, switch, 7, come back again. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, so as you go through this drill, make sure you're always coming back to that neutral position where you're sitting on your heel and you're on your toes. Once you start going flat-footed while you're doing this drill, you're ruining your technique and you're becoming a lot slower and using a lot of energy. Okay, so to go over this again, make sure you're still on your toe here, and it's also equally important that you're always still on your toe here. If you start doing this, then you're gonna be lower for your next hook and you're already flat-footed, and then you're gonna get into this habit of doing this. All right, so let's try those 2 8 counts again a little bit faster, and I'm gonna turn this side so you can see a different angle. Here we go, starting with your right. 5, 6, 7, 8, go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, so that's it for this video. Make sure you really get down the hook because the hook is utilized in so many different footwork techniques that if you don't understand it, it's just gonna make those movements very hard to learn. So if you like the video, be sure to like it, share it with anyone and everyone around you, and subscribe to my channel. And of course, leave a comment below. I'll see you in the next one. Hooks over one of our and our left arm down. My right arm, my right leg arm. This is my leg, not my arm. Here we go. Side. All we're gonna do. Alright, so once you feel the fluid, that's it for this video. Video.